ladies and gentlemen. Did you ever stop and think about how often we are told to change our appearance? Magazines constantly offer tips about how to lose weight in days, appear slimmer instantly, and hide our imperfections without actually knowing anything about us, much less our appearance. This is one example of body shaming, and it is everywhere. Sitcoms so frequently use overweight characters' bodies as the basis of many of the show's jokes. It has become the norm to criticize aspects of our bodies as some type of bonding experience with friends. If we all hate our bodies, it somehow makes us feel connected and united. Body shaming, which is criticizing yourself or others, because of some aspect of physical appearance, can lead to a vicious cycle of judgment and criticism. Messages from the media and from each other often imply that we should want to change, that we should care about looking slimmer, smaller, and thinner. And if we don't, we worry that we are here at risk of being the target of someone else's body shaming comments. So, today, I, Irdina Zulaika binti Halimi from class AD 2443B, would like to talk about the awareness about body shaming and why body shaming by teens need to end. I believe that this body shaming situation has been so familiar to you. Why do I say so? Nowadays, neither we're actually fronting each other or even by social media, there are going to be some unresponsible individual that thinks that they are great enough to put and belittle others. Unfortunately, this has been misleading and most of the people has turned it to some that insensitive to them by making it as a joke. Have you experienced it? Nowadays, body shaming manifests in many ways. First, which is criticizing your own appearance through a judgment or comparison to another person, such as, I'm so ugly compared to her. Look at how broad my shoulders are. This is not good for us. Other than that is criticizing another's appearance in front of them, which is like, with those type, you're never going to find a date. That is very rude of you to talk to someone like that. Moreover, we also got criticizing another appearance without their knowledge, such as, did you see what she's wearing today? Not flattering. At least you don't look like her. No matter how this manifests, it often leads to comparison and shame and perpetuates the idea that people should be judged mainly for their physical features. As my concerns, this leads to the question, if it has such harsh consequences, why is body shaming so common? An example we often discuss at the Braintree Adolescent Intensive Outpatient Program, which is IOP, is dealing with conflicts with peers. Why? When we are upset, annoyed, or intimidated by someone, do we default to criticizing their appearance? Whatever, she's ugly can be a go-to defense in the situation, particularly during adolescence and the young adult years. In some ways, it feels easier to shoot for something that will hurt, like targeting physical appearance, rather than expressing what is really going on emotionally. Such as saying, I'm really hurt by how my friend treated me, or I am terrified of losing this friendship. This opens us up and makes us more vulnerable, and therefore feels easier to bury underneath the body shaming comments that rush to our mind. In this particular topic, how do we challenge this? In situations like those listed above, expressing true feelings rather than physical criticism can be a great first step. While recently discussing This week, the adolescent IOP, several patients admitted that it is hard to identify ways of expressing frustration without using body shaming, as this has become an almost automatic response. So, here I bring to you, there are 4 ways to practice on expressing our true feelings. Firstly, practice identifying why you are upset about a situation. For example, it is unlikely that you're mad at a friend because she's breaking up, and more likely that you are upset about a miscommunication or feeling of rejection. You need to practice thinking it and eventually verbalizing it. Secondly, identify who in your life is body positive or even body neutral. Think of people who celebrate their body for what it can do and people who refuse comment on others' physical appearances. By spending time with these people can be especially helpful while you are struggling with your own internalized body shaming and help you view yourself and others more positively. Next, we also have confront those who perpetuate body shaming. Once you have become more aware of your own body shaming behaviors, you may notice how often your friends, family, or co-workers do it. Talk to them. Discuss why it bothers you and help them see how it may also be hurtful to them. Next, we also find something or things you like about your body, such as we spend so much time witnessing advertisement about how to make our eyelashes millimeters longer and how to get wider teeth. That it be nice to counter some of that by celebrating what we do have. Maybe, despite your body image struggles, you love a new hairstyle you discovered. Maybe you have noticed how much stronger you feel with balanced eating. You can also find physical or non-physical that makes you, you, and celebrate it every day. So this is what is concerning us right now. Why body shaming by teens needs to end. You probably know what this is, although you might not know it by name, but it is when someone is mocked or ridiculed for their size, shape, weight, or other body characteristic. You might have heard of fat shaming, which is shaming someone for being overweight or obese. But there are all different forms of body shaming. This body shaming, it can happen to anyone. It can be you, it can be me. No matter how your weight, your appearance, you might not think it's a big deal if someone calls your feet too big or your arms too short. The real ramification when it comes to body shaming, particularly when teens are concerned. So here I bring to you 5 compelling reasons why body shaming needs to end right now. Firstly, there is nothing positive about body shaming. Sometimes, people claim that body shaming is an effective way to get someone to change habits that might be unhealthy or destructive. The truth is, no one is going to suddenly change because someone else made negative comments about their looks or their bodies. Instead, the person attacked will feel bad about him or herself. The person who said the cruel word will feel bad about their action, and onlookers will feel awkward and embarrassed for having seen such an exchange. So, it is important to be aware that we are created differently. We are one of a kind and shouldn't be ashamed for that. So, boys and girls, no matter what the size of your waist, stomach, or what the number on the scale says, your body is beautiful and so are you. Chin up and cheer up. Be yourself, my beautiful and handsome fellas. We can do better. Thank you.